What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. Y'all hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. So, I've seen all the talk across social media, across YouTube. Trainer Derrick James has been making headlines, right? He's been going on a press tour with Jermell Charlo, due to the fact that Jermell is getting ready to fight Canelo Alvarez next month. And so, of course, they've been asking Derrick James about the fight that took place with Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. Y'all know Errol Spence, my dog, but Errol Spence got manhandled in that fight. He got destroyed in that fight for sure. And so Derrick James, they're asking him about Errol and so on and so forth. And Derrick James is saying stuff like he still feel like he got the better fighter, right? And that Errol gonna win the rematch, so on and so forth. And people are calling him delusional, right? They're like, oh my God, this dude Derrick James is delusional. He don't know what he's talking about. He's a horrible trainer. Look at what he's saying. He's just saying whatever. He's saying all the wrong stuff. What is Derrick James talking about? And they are up in arms about it. My response to that is, what do y'all think Derrick James is going to say? What is he going to say? Is he going to say that Errol Spence is not as good as Terrence Crawford? Is he going to say that Errol Spence will never beat Terrence Crawford? Is he going to say that Errol is too slow for Terrence Crawford? He's not going to say none of that. Why would he? That's his fighter. He's been with Errol since Errol was about 15 years old. At this point, Derrick James is like a second father to Errol Spence. So his job is to instill confidence in Errol Spence in any way possible and to stand with him at any point, no matter what's going on, no matter what happens, right? Now, as long as he's telling Errol Spence the real behind closed doors and they really talking about what needs to be done in order to make the rematch even competitive, you know what I mean? As long as he's saying the real stuff about, hey, how we didn't game plan right. We need to do this. We need to do that. You need to do this. You need to do that. Long as he's saying those things to Errol Spence, that's what matters. But in the public, he's gonna say whatever he got to say to back his fighter. He's not gonna talk about a guy that he basically raised up, outside of in the sport of boxing, right? He raised Errol Spence up in boxing. He's not gonna trash Errol, no matter how much people want him to do that. Like people want him to say, oh. People are expecting Derrick James to say, oh, I don't think Errol is he's not going to be able to mess with Terrence. He's not quick enough for Terrence. Terrence going to probably do the same thing in the second fight. Even if we believe that, even if the public believes those things, right? It's not his job to say that. And then what he has a strained relationship with his fighter. His fighter feel like, hey, my trainer don't believe in me. And then what? Right? As long as he's saying the right things behind closed doors, that's what matters, man. But he gonna back his dude. He riding till the wheels fall off, as a lot of people do, and as a lot of people should do. As an Errol Spence fan, I'm still rolling with my dog. Like, you know what I mean? I know I told y'all. From what I've seen, even at 154, I think Terrence probably would still be too much for Errol. I think he would still be too much for Errol because Errol's not quick enough. He's landing off his shot before Errol can get off his initial shot. For real, Terrence is already landing on him. So I saw that hand speed difference, timing, it was there. Counter punching was brilliant. And I'm like, damn. I just think Terrence Crawford got Errol Spence's number, right? But even with me saying that, I'm always rooting and riding for Errol Spence. You feel me? I'm riding with my boy. The same way I rolled with Deontay Wilder no matter what was going on. I ain't care. I seen what I knew. I knew what I saw against Tyson Fury, and I knew that shit was just... I knew Deontay only had a puncher's chance, for sure. And he got one hell of a chance with the punching power that he has. But I was always riding with Deontay, no matter what, because that's the dude that I rock with. It's your favorite fighter. You know what I'm saying? One of your favorite fighters, you're going to ride with him. And so it's really no different. And really is more different with Derrick James. It's more crucial that he does it because you're the guy who's training him up. A trainer can instill a world of confidence into his fighter. A trainer can also help to take away the confidence from a fighter. After a demoralizing defeat like that, his job is to keep Errol Spence's spirits high. Errol Spence's spirit seems to be high outside of the ring. I'm seeing the stuff, how he's posting, how he's talking. Errol Spence even really threw shots at people who saying he should retire or he should never face Terrence Crawford again. Right? He put out a tweet. I don't even got the tweet in front of me, but he was snapping. Basically, like Errol basically was saying like, a lot of y'all feel like he shouldn't fight Terrence again because y'all was the dudes who ran home from school and ran home from the bullies and never wanted to stand up against the bullies. Y'all ran home from them dudes. And he like, I'm not cut like that, right? He's speaking in the Warriors code to let you know he cut from a different type of cloth. He don't care what the outcome was previously. He got to get it. He got to run it back. He want to get some get back in that situation. So yeah, I mean, Derrick is gonna say what a trainer is supposed to say. You know, you get Terrence Crawford his props, but you're gonna say, man, I'm riding with my dude. I know my dude could be much better. I know my dude could win this fight. I know my dude is that dude. And that's essentially what he's saying when he's saying he got the better fighter. Now, everybody like, what are you talking about? What do we see? Because what we saw, that shit looked like Terrence Crawford was miles ahead of Errol Spence. And it did, for sure. I'm an Errol Spence fan. I can tell you, it looked like Terrence was miles ahead of Errol. Right? But even if that's the case, that ain't Derrick James' job to say that. Derrick James' job is to say, listen, my boy gonna be better. He gonna be sharper. We gonna come out and have a great fight. My dude gonna win. Not he may win, he could possibly win. Not he could have a better showing. He gonna win. That's what you're supposed to say as a trainer. Not hopefully we could do a little better. None of that shit. That's what a fan is supposed to say. That's what people on the outside world of boxing is supposed to say. But your trainer is supposed to be there riding with you. My dog is my dog. My boy, my boy. You know? And again, Derrick James in a position like Errol Spence's second father. And, you know, basically he raised him up in the sport. So it's like having faith in your son. I don't give a fuck what's going on. I'm riding with my son all the way through. And I don't care. Especially as a father of a son. You know, a father of two children. I got a daughter and a son. I'm riding with my kids. I don't give a fuck what happened the first time around, second time. I'm riding with my kids at any point. And it could be Derrick James and Errol Spence relationship could be like that, right? And some people would say, well, if it was like that, you would have threw the towel in and not let him whatever. But I think he also he thought about the psyche of his fighter too at that point. Not thinking about, oh, is Errol going to be long-term damage? Errol seems to be perfectly fine right now. He's healed all the way up. And I saw that about 4 or 5 days ago. He went on a trip with his lady. You seen him taking pictures with fans without the sunglasses on. He looked like he didn't even have a fight like about 2 weeks ago. You know, he looked like he didn't have a fight 2 weeks ago. This was like 5 days ago. So, you know, he's healed up now, and he seemed to be in good spirits. But it's the trainer's position. It's his job to also keep his dude with the same fire and desire in him. To still know, I believe in you the same way I always believed in you. I'm not going to fall off to the wayside. I'm not going to jump ship. I'm not going to talk about you trash now. I'm not going to do none of that. I'm riding with you forever because you my boy. You my fighter. I raised you up in this sport. It's my job to help you correct these mistakes, and that's what we're going to do. For real. Machiavelli Mills TV, I'm out. Peace.